find ourselves back again, together, trying to connect our minds through perspective. This video is going to be all about life in general, touching on a few topics that are a little sensitive, and then possibly some meat of the deli sandwich. And we're going to start with all types of information. All information, in my eyes, should definitely be free. We live in a day and an era where people actually pay for information that they could look up online, figure out themselves just by hands-on learning, or just being informal in general. When I'm in the gym, personally, if I see somebody doing something that could actually get them hurt and they're not doing something right, I take it upon myself to actually try and correct them, or maybe give some advice, right? Advice is a thing. People can choose to follow it, or they don't have to. They can be like, all right, man, sure, I'll do it that way. But that's free will and perspective. Their perspective on them moving their body in that type of way is probably beneficial to them, but in the long run could get them hurt, right? They could probably look up the information online, hire a personal trainer to tell them what to do correctly, or order multiple textbooks off Amazon and read about it. There's people that learn with books, right? There's gotta be. Because school is a thing. And we pay for school. We pay to get an education. We virtually pay for everything. And when it comes down to it, we are paying for information. I'm coming to you to give you information that maybe your friends should tell you, parents, your loved ones. This information should be priceless. And there's a lot of people out there that don't get that. This brings me to my next biggest issue that I see every day. We tend to live in a revolution of harm. The perspective of harm could mean anything to you. It could be bad form in the gym. It could be vapes. It could be falling down and scraping your knee. That's harm. When you take harm and put it to something personal, we tend to hold it in, and holding that in is dangerous from the start. Nowadays, you see so much harm being done because us, humans, as individuals, are consumers. When you consume, you destroy and break it down. This pattern is so overused that we don't know how to stop. We do not know how to stop consuming. Sure, we have to eat. We have to eat to live. We have to drink to live. But listen, there's other forms of consumption that are so harmful to us that we might not have any justification for it. And the thing that is backing up all of this harm, guess what? It's money. Nowadays in society, everybody is ripping a jewel, right? A lot of us, even the FDA, are thinking it's harm, right? It's harm. Harmful to our youth, our young minds, development issues. But we really have to think about why it's being given to us. $20 for a pack of pods, 4 pods. And what do we do to those pods? Consume them. Why do we keep buying pods? Because it's addicting. We are addicted to consuming. That is proof. And that company is so rich, it has so much money, it doesn't need to do anything else but keep feeding us more and more, because they are latching on like leeches to that form of consumption. That's with anything. Food is addicting. A lot of us have addictive personalities. Me as a person, I don't have an addictive personality to material things. I have an addiction for working out. I have an addiction for helping others. But there's a difference between what my addictions are and what 80%, let's say 70%. It's different for those that have a materialistic addiction. Let's not be so serious with the word. Let's lighten the blow. Those people with the liking of certain things. My addictions aren't to be consumed. They're to be given. And I think that's the key. At least one of the keys to success. Addicting yourself to a passion is probably like one of the most positive things you could ever do. It's life-changing. If you could addict yourself to anything that you are passionate about, you find it and you stay addicted, it'll lead you in the right direction to where you want to go, to where you're preparing yourself to go. This brings me to time. Life in general is based around time, right? A few different perspectives on time. Some say that there's never enough. You're always running out. The hourglass continues to flip on you, right? That could be a perspective. I'm 21 years old. A lot of my perspective in the past year, let's say in the past 2 years, could have been, oh, I have time. I have time to find myself. I have time to figure out what I want to put my mind to. Don't eat up your own time, wasting it on things that won't put you forward. Let me tell you, fellas, time is not continuous. We all have an end, we just don't know when. Scary, definitely. But in another sense, rewarding, because we can wake up tomorrow and have a brand new day, a brand new fresh start, and we're gifted with that. Enjoy it. Count your blessings, because time is our blessing. There's people that face time as an enemy, that don't want to be here. And just let me tell you that you have to give time. Give it a chance. Let the clock pass. Everything eventually gets better, no matter what situation. And everything could get worse. But let me tell you, when time stops, you have nothing. And the people that love you, they don't have you. Give yourself the chance to shoot your shot. Right? Have you ever shot your shot at something? Not a girl. not a guy. I mean, it could be that. But have you ever shot your shot? It's something you want to do, or have you ever asked for a raise? Simple as that. Have you ever asked for a raise at your job? Or guys, don't stop shooting your shot. Don't. We're in a generation where there is so many endless possibility that you have no idea. Just think bigger. Open your perspective. Just open it. No matter what you do for a living, no matter what you do in life, your shot could always be taken from a different spot on the court. I don't play basketball. Wrestling was my sport, okay? But I know that much. You can shoot the ball from pretty much anywhere on the court. And don't take those half-court shots. Don't do it. It's too big. It's too much of a risk, right? Maybe a three-pointer is a risk, but there's a great chance you'll get it because you're close to that basket. Don't be afraid to fail, guys. Everyone tells you that, right? But what's your perspective on that? What is failing to you? I can't hear you, but what is it? What are you afraid to do? What are you afraid, what risk is it that you are afraid to take? We're in a generation where we can do anything. Even the people coming up, man. 11, 12-year-olds. Tell them they can do anything because they can. If somebody told my father that he could be social media famous just for posting a picture every day, times have changed, fellas. Times have changed. Just give time. It'll come to you. I promise. Pinky. What kind of support systems do you guys have? On a serious note, do you have your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa? Who do you got? Who supports you on what you want to do? You. What's their perspectives on what they think you should do? If you have a support system, you use it. Even if it's your own sibling, your brother, your sister, younger, whatever. If they think you could do it, you follow it. And you take that support and you run. There is nobody in this world, nobody, that's going to support you more than your loved ones. Your best friends. If they understand you and what you're capable of and your potential. Potential is such a big word. Perspectives everywhere on that. It's hard to find your potential. Trust me, I understand that. If you have an amazing voice, you could sing, there's your potential. You know it already. You gotta just chase it and make yourself get out there. But the people that don't have a substantial talent, or, we're average at sports, or, if there's no substantial talent that's in your face, what do? You just go to school and work the rest of your life? You could be a great worker. Great. But you'll never really figure out why you're on the earth. I think everybody should have a reason for being here. There's a reason for everything, right? What's yours? What's your perspective on your potential? Tell me. I want to know. Sincerely. Just tell me. Let's say that your passion is looked on completely negative, or there's some kind of array of bad stigma. Big word, stigma. Could be good, bad. Bad is usually where it's placed in its category. Bad stigma, my friends, is what kills dreams. It kills dreams. And there's so much bad stigma because of judgment in this world and our society. You really never know until you're looking through someone's eyes that the stigma's on. And it's, you know, it's just until now that the bad stigma could be wiped away with justification from their perspective. For example, marijuana. There's so many marijuana advocates. Legal states that want it to become legal. But where do you think that started? Where do you think it started? When it became illegal? There's going to be still people that use it, just like any drug, alcohol. But there's people that stand behind it and almost vouch for it in a sense and make people understand from their perspective. That's how things are changed. That's how minds are changed. It's all perspective. Not all people that drink are drunk drivers. It's just a bad stigma. Not all people make bad decisions. And that's just common fact. It's all about who you are and your perspective on it. And don't let the bad stigma kill your dream of making YouTube videos, podcasts, being a bodybuilder. Don't get me started with that. Don't let it kill your dreams, guys. It's just not a good way to give up. Trust me, it's out there. I'm gonna have tons of bad stigma on these videos. There's gonna be negative comments. If I could reach out to one of your souls and touch it, that makes my day. If I can go to the gym every day and maybe give somebody motivation about whatever they're doing, that makes my day, makes my life complete. Let me reach you. Wipe the bad stigma. Wipe it. No negative. All love, right? All love. Let's spread it. It's possible. But everybody has to change their perspective.